Hello, hello, everyone. It's that time again. It's time to try another world record attempt for the Addams family. One thing I've forgotten to do is put up my timer. Launch that real quick. Maybe I should reintroduce the Hey Pixels, it is time. Maybe I should reintroduce the countdown timer for my inevitable screw-ups. Okay, so we're gonna make this box smaller. And did I? I made a whole thing here for my stuff. So, thank you, Michael. I'm trying to move this window. Thank you, Hasifa. We'll see how we do. We've got to do better than the first time. As you can see, the last time, my previous record was 1 hour, 12 minutes. I guarantee you I'm going to do better this time. Okay. So here we go. Well, mic up. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. So first up, Battle the Bird. Well, if there are other people that are interested in speedrunning and they have games that they want to do, then I would love, because let me tell you about the Amiga speedrunning community. It's not what you call massive. And if we could get something going, I think that would be fantastic. I'm actually planning a whole evening of streaming. After I do this speedrun, I'll be taking a look at Lords of Chaos for the ZX Spectrum. And then finally, I will be playing another game in the ranking of platformers. All right. So we're already 30 seconds ahead of where we were before. It's pretty good. I've chosen not to get any of the extra lives right off the bat. We'll see if that helps me or hurts me. I can always get them later. Oh, jeez. I will say that the controls are a little bit different in the Amiga version. There are some things that I can do constantly with the SNES. I have a hard time with the Amiga, but I guess somebody was talking when I streamed this last time that the Genesis version runs super mega fast, which is interesting. So I guess it's possible to get the fastest speedrun time of them all on the Genesis. Although I think the legit speedrunners for the SNES, they say that being able to stack the speed shoes twice is the key. Today was my first day back at school in about a month, and so I was getting the band room all situated and prepared. Made a lot of copies of the band handbook that we go over and talks about all the procedures and everything, and so it's a lot of bookkeeping at the beginning of the year, but I kind of like it. It's a way to ease myself in. So how's everybody doing this evening? Pixels, I saw those pictures of your cookout. It looked fantastic. I like the way you rolled the sausages up on the skewer. I've never seen that before. Or maybe I have and I just forgotten. But it was a nice touch. It's a real classy maneuver. Oops. Doing so well. You should take credit, Pixels, because you left them on the skewer. See? You could have taken them off, done it long ways, but you didn't. Jeez. I was doing so well. There we go. Just gotta feather it. These jumps, you just gotta... You can't go too hard on the button. It was plenty hot today here in Hurricane. About 32 degrees centigrade. Hot enough to make me not want to spend any more time than I need to out there. Tomorrow I'm going on another sailing excursion. This will be my first solo sail on a large body of water. So, I'm gonna meet one of my buddies at his place, and then he's got 2 small sailboats. I'm gonna take one. He's gonna take the other one. Should have a good time. We've got about a 40% chance of rain tomorrow here, so I'm hopeful that we won't be rained out. That was great. I got 2 hits on him right off the bat. Let's see if I don't die, though. Oof! So close. Wow, 14. Really got cold. Are you still out in the wilderness, Barkbet, or have you returned to your domicile? So here what we need to do. Oh shoot, I forgot to hit the button. Is maybe grab a couple extra lives. And up here. 2 weeks left in the woods. Oh. See, a real speedrunner would never screw the route up. This is on. This is emulated. This is FSUAE. Do have some good news though. Oh shoot! Oh, I'm gonna get that here. Jason Warnes is in the process of repairing our PAL 600, and so if he's able to successfully do that, then we'll be able to make further world record attempts on actual hardware, which is what you want. When you're doing the real world record, you don't want to be emulated. But this is fine for practicing. Oh, jeez. Talk about dumb. This is really a tricky spot to get through without, because of the way these bombs respawn. Oops. And when you forget... Not on the Amiga. I am going to set the world record. I mean, I guess I already have since I played before, but I screwed up a lot of stuff, and I know I could do better. So this will be the actual world record because no one else has ever attempted it. Now the console world record of this game is, I think, 26 minutes. Gotta remember to hit the button. This is the easiest boss in the game. Yeah, there's an any percent run that you can do in 6 minutes, but this is the all bosses category, so you're really seeing most of the game doing it this way. All right, and button. Okay. Yeah, speedruns.com. Hey, Duncan. Okay, now. Oh yeah, Barkbit. What we need is an Addams Family speedrunning community. I'd love to get together and share strats and have little friendly competitions and stuff, because this is not a hard game. I mean, I am not what they call a master of the video game, as you can tell by my play here. Really would have liked to get up there. But I'm already doing so much better than before, even just being able to, that was a huge skip. And if I can continue on this, getting that invincibility helps tremendously, of course. Not falling back into the pit helps tremendously. You know, I'm always open for opening up the Amigos challenges again. That was something that was really Brutal Barracuda's bag that he was involved in. But you know, if somebody wanted to edit the videos and do all that stuff again and make the actual video component, doing the high score challenge without the videos is no problem. But have to see if we can get Aaron on board. Yeah, there's definitely some Billy Mitchell style hardware, though I'm not lying about it. That whole saga is pretty incredible, where he said that somehow the tapes were switched or something. It's kind of crazy. That was hands down the fastest I've ever done that. I was actually a little bit leery of even streaming this. I was just going to do a practice run on my own, but I'm glad that I did because I'm not doing too bad. Oh. No. Shoot, shoot. This game is very generous with the checkpoints, except for the last level of the game, so. This is one thing you don't want to be without. See, the problem is when that happens, you hit that thing twice, and you're screwed. Yeah, you've got to go back. You've really got to leave the room, I think. I don't know if there's a way. I guess you can. Never mind. Take it all back. Shoes are always worth getting, if nothing else, because it's a free hit you can take. Oops. So has anybody ever done any speedrunning before? Any other attempts? Any game? Any genre? Oh yeah, well, the Trackmania, the whole game is speedrunning for sure. That definitely counts. I mean, Aaron was talking about Trackmania. I don't know if he was on. We were talking about it on the show or just at his house, but he was saying that like he actually hates that the timed aspect. He just likes running around and getting crazy on the track, which I thought was funny. Yeah, I played a ton of speedrunners, though I made the mistake of playing it online once, and not only was I utterly humiliated, but I was also trash talked into oblivion by 11-year-old boys. So that was the last time I played speedrunners. But speedrunners is a fantastic concept, though. It's very cool. All right, we're getting close to the end of the tomb here. I always tell people, you know, these levels are long, but as long as you get the heart containers, you can make it through. It only becomes frustrating when you're trying to do this with 2 hearts. Pixels, we should try and organize an Amigos Speedrunners event. I think that would be really fun. We'll have to see if anybody else on the Discord would be up for it. I think that I could get, it would have to be a platformer. Maybe Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers on the NES. I think I could probably speedrun that pretty well. Well, no, that's a lie. I mean, compared to people that really do it, but can make it all the way through the game without too much difficulty. I don't know if there's another Amiga game that I could speedrun. I'm trying to think of, because I mean, there are just so few Amiga games that I can complete, let alone quickly. For speedrunning, I think that, I think if you're doing it seriously, you're going to want to invest in a capture card. If you're doing it for fun, for Amigos, then then you can do however you want. But I mean, you can get a capture card for $15, including shipping. If you're looking to just get a capture card off your Amiga. If you look on the Discord, I directed Pixels to the one that that I use, and it's really cheap and it's really good. It'll do PAL, NTSC, whatever you want. I'd love to see a speedrun of Zany Golf. That would actually be a really fun game to speedrun, except for the fact that so many of the holes are totally random. So it's not really a test of skill as much as a test of luck. So we need to hit it. Alright, now it's time to actually rescue some family members. Well, I guess I already did that, but it's time to go into the oven. This is really where I'm going to make up a lot of time. Yeah, it's called the Easy Cap. Just look for Easy Cap USB 2.0 on Amazon BarkBid. And then you can plug your composite, or you can go through any number of SCART or whatever you've got. But anyway, you're going to end up with either a composite or S-Video, and then you can take that and you can run that directly into an OBS scene as a video capture device, and then start your speedrun, or just record some video footage, or do whatever you want to do. This is really the most aggravating level of the game because so many of the enemies you can't hurt. Now I can't miss this. There's a skip, which will let me go to the end of the level. Oh shoot, I bet if I didn't hit that switch, I could walk right through there. And I can't miss it. Can't. So I've got to keep thinking about that constantly until I hit it. That was what messed me up last time. I don't know about that, Judge West. I mean, there's the vault that's in the movie, and there's the outside sort of garden area, the conservatory, where Morticia is clipping the roses. And if you think about it, the Addams Family is a perfect setting for a video game because you've just got a million different rooms, and so you could say, well, this was just a room that wasn't in the movie. Why are all of those monsters in there? Because it's the Addams Family. They're creepy. Sweet, Duncan. I challenge everyone to start making Amiga videos. There's never been an easier time to do this stuff. I couldn't imagine back in the day when you were, aiming a video camera at a CRT. Oh, I was trying to... Sometimes you can slide and not get hit. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. I really hope I didn't miss the skip. I think it's coming up though. So that literally skips like 4 rooms. Yeah, Andy. Speedrun, Marble Madness would be a great game to speedrun if you had the skills to do it. If you go over to speedruns.com, you can see current world records. Very few to none of them are on the Amiga, though. So the Amiga is a ripe field for this sort of thing. Shoot. This is a scary boss room because you can take damage. Yeah, so that's 10 minutes saved from the last run there. Now to my favorite room in the game, the games room. I'd love to see somebody speedrun Shadow of the Beast on the Amiga. No cheats, right through it. That's what I want to see. And all the rooms in the games room have secrets, like secret exits and entrances and things, and so it makes it a lot of fun. And they also skip you further ahead in the levels too, which is useful. Yeah, no thank you. Cinemaware games are not my cup of tea. I would argue that there's even strategy involved. It's mostly just, I don't even know what you'd call, like, it came from the desert. I guess there's a way to get through it quickly. Like, there's like right choices that you can make. It would be interesting to know if you can game the Defender of the Ground engine, if there's like a path of least resistance you can take to victory in that game. That would be kind of interesting. But I mean, Wings, you're basically just playing through this guy's diary. Wings is probably the one I can. Yeah, I mean, Wings is fine. I don't have a problem with Wings, but Rocket Ranger, it came from the desert. Defender of the Crown. I mean, they were, especially Defender of the Crown was groundbreakingly beautiful back in the day, but the game part leaves something to be desired. I think Three Stooges is one of the better Cinemaware games because at least the mini games in that are fun. Yeah, me neither, Barkbit. It's just, it's way too hard. So there's another 10 minutes. Well, thank you, FC. Definitely improving upon my previous time. You know, what's funny, Judge West, I was talking about that the last time I played this, and I'd really like to try it out because the ST version has flip screen scrolling, and I think that would be interesting to see. I've got to be honest with you, I've never once played an Atari ST or emulated one, so this is probably the time to start, considering it was the main competitor to the Amiga. I've not heard of Risky Woods, Barkbit. You really have to love a game to speedrun it. You know, because you have to be willing to play it over and over and over again. And I could literally do that. I could do that with this game. I could sit down, I could play it every day. In high school, I did play it most days. Especially my first couple of years of high school. It's a great game to listen to music to. Huh, interesting. I'll have to check that out, Judge West. I should download an ST emulator. One thing that I absolutely adore about the Addams family is that there are no instant deaths in the game. There is nothing that can kill you instantly. No spikes, no pits, no lava. You know, you can have your health depleted, but nothing can kill you instantly. I wish more platformers were like that. Yeah, that would be good, Duncan. I'm sure it would be easy for someone who knew what they were doing, but I'm sure that no one cares at this point, unfortunately. I'd like to see the other music tracks that aren't in this game worked in too. You're missing a lot of great tunes on the Amiga version that you get on the SNES version. Yeah, Stella is the, that's the 2600 emulator. I'm just glad they made the ST version this version of the game and not the derivative TurboGrafx 16. Oh shoot. Yeah, I wasted some time. I'm so used to playing this game in the way that I play it and not trying to get it through it as fast as possible and going in all the rooms and everything that it's hard to unlearn some of those habits. I think it's called Steam, with capital ST, or it's something like that. Well, since I've got to go back, I might as well get that. Oh, never mind. It's already closed off to me. Yeah, I guess the ST didn't really ever mature in the same way that the Amiga did throughout the course of its life. And of course, there was no AGA equivalent for the ST, was there? Interesting. Oh, jeez. Okay. I really got to get it in gear. I've been playing real sloppy. Jeez. I may try and set the ST world record too. It would be great if I could get through the end of this room. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. See it. I could have used those hearts in a big way there. Very percussive sound as you hit the roof. Morse code like. It's called X. Not. Oh, Live Split. Live Split is what it's called. Don't want to die here. Oh, if I could have just cleared that, I would have been gold. See? Would have been gold. Train room. Oh, I was going to say, let's get the show on the road. It's the Gamble Train real world version in a video game, so not really a real world version. Just chilling on the smokestack. Thanks, Barkbit. Hey, Pack Billy. How's it going, man? Getting a text from Aaron. Doesn't he know I'm busy? He said he successfully moved his comic book collection to the Amigos Studios East. So we can all be grateful for that. Hey, Lee Destard. How's it going, man? That's right. He's always wanted me to fail. Just as some extra insurance here. I'm gonna grab just a couple things. Yeah, well, you know, Gomez is definitely based off of the. I would think that he was more based off the TV show more than the original comic that preceded the TV show. All right, here we go. Last level. Oh, it's definitely a movie tie-in. I mean, all the characters are based on their movie likenesses. Oh. Shoot. And this is a different route than I'm used to taking, but it is a faster route, so I just gotta get used to it. Ah! Yeah, and also, yeah, that was what I was going to say, Judge West. Well, based on the criteria, I mean, there's going to be lots of games at the top. You know, there's not going to be one single winner. There's going to be lots of ties. Because there's lots of games like Woody's World. Woody's World got a 10. It had every single aspect of what I expect from a platformer. So far, the ranking of Amiga platformers. I guess I can do Addams Family too. I'll have to review Addams Family and see if it meets all the criteria. But Woody's World, you'd think it's just, you know, sort of a ho-hum game, but it's really got everything. The only thing it doesn't really have is a whole lot of personality. But that's not part of the ranking of platformers criteria, so. The official speedrun is 1 minute or 1 hour, 12 minutes. So, if I can beat that, then I will have achieved the new record. This is not how you're supposed to play this room, by the way. Yeah, okay. Let me show you how you're supposed to play this room. That's how you're supposed to play this room. Zool got a 7. Woody's World got a 10. Those are the only 2 games that I've played so far. No, I didn't. I played the normal version. I may come back and review the AGA version later on, but honestly, I don't think that it changes anything about the game. It makes it prettier, and you can have sound effects and music at the same time. But, maybe I did dock it for not having music and sound effects at the same time. That should really be a category. Amiga games should be able to handle music and sound effects at the same time. Ah, shoot. So many AGA conversions are missed opportunities. I'm going to take a hit there because I didn't write it down. Yeah, when you consider that, you know, Famicom games released in 1983 could handle music and effects at the same time, there's no excuse for any 16-bit computer system to have to make that choice. I'm reading a study of the original North American release of the NES, and it's amazing how good it is. I mean, when you consider the rest of the gaming landscape in 1985, just how much quality there was and how much work Nintendo put into, you know, choosing the right games, and it's an amazing story. Either or both and. Have you had a chance to look at Summer in the Forest yet, Packbelly? You should really watch that as a filmmaker and He's an all-around good dude. You'd enjoy it. Actually, everybody should watch it. It's the story of L'Arche, the French community founded by Jean Vanier that provided homes for people with mental disabilities and got them out of institutions in the 60s. It's a great story. Oh yeah, I mean E.T. was not the problem. E.T. has become emblematic of the issue, but the fact is that, you know, there was no quality control on games, and there were just too many bad games and not enough ways to differentiate the bad games from the good games, and so nobody was buying anything. You know, overproduction was definitely an issue on Atari's side, and that led to, you know, all the burying of the games and stuff. But from a consumer standpoint, there were just too many bad games that didn't offer the value for money, and they weren't cheap. Everything was full price. In America, there were no such things as budget releases. Like, you could get away with having a bunch of bad games for the Spectrum or whatever if they were only, you know, £1.99. But in the States, if you're paying $20, $30, you know, and the game is garbage, that's a problem. But it was, you know, I was reading this book, Nintendo was really fighting a war on all sides. You know, consumers seemed to be tired of video games. The NES did not test market particularly well. The people didn't want to stock the NES in the store. And there was, you know, a lot of anti-Japan sentiment at the time too. You know, the people in charge in the early 80s, a lot of these guys were the guys that fought in World War II, you know, and the images of Dr. Seuss and Bugs Bunny, you know, all those propaganda films still fresh in their minds, I'm sure. Not to mention the horrors of war itself. So, and there were all the fears of Japan's booming economy eclipsing the United States. So, like I said, the story of the NES is, the story of Nintendo in the 80s is pretty remarkable. I've not heard of Blazing Chrome. Yeah, the computer world was a totally different thing than the console world. I know there were budget computer titles over the place, and there were PD games, but for a lot of people, they went from the Atari to nothing to the Nintendo. All right, here we are, final boss. All right, and time. So, the official Amiga world record for the Addams family as of today, July 29th, 2019, is 1 hour, 25 seconds. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Let's see what time it's at. Okay. If you want to hang out with me in a little bit, I am going to be starting another stream where I'll play some Spectrum games. I'm going to play Lords of Chaos. I'll start that at about 7:30 Eastern Time, in just about 45 minutes from now. So if you'd like to join me, look at that, he's waving goodbye. I mean, this game has a great ending. You know, if I was doing a real ranking of platformers and I could make it to the end of these games, the ending would definitely have to be, you know, factored in. But this is just, it's fantastic. They worked in the programmers, you know. It's such a great thing. So, thanks, Life School. Thanks, Barkbit. You helped push me over the edge. We were able to do it. So, thanks, guys. Yeah, I don't know if Twin Galaxies does speedruns. I think that speedruns.com is generally the accepted place to submit these, but you better believe I'm going to submit this to speedruns.com. Yeah, there's not going to be anything on everythingamiga.com. It'll go to speedruns.com. But you can see it there shortly, as long as they accept it, which I don't know why they wouldn't. So anyway, I will see you all in about 45 minutes if you want to join me for Lords of Chaos on the ZX Spectrum. Adios.